Hello, everybody, and welcome to a very special episode. We're gonna say no to drugs and find out about all the after-school special things. No, this is a very special episode of Power Beyond called Beyond Power Beyond. It's a separate one-shot in the Power Beyond universe. So we're going to meet some new characters tonight. So why don't we start with Rossum. Rossum, tell us who you are playing tonight.
I am playing Anton Still, the human artificer with super dope full plate armor that he might have 5 to 6, probably like 3 tricks up his sleeves. He's a man on a mission, and this is his current mission.
Up next would usually be Sam. She is working a late night tonight, so we wish her well. Up next, then, CJ. Who are you playing tonight?
Hi, I'm CJ. I am playing Alani Murphaller, the monk who's it's not necessarily a secret, but he is hiding the other guy. Yeah, he's trying to keep the other guy under wraps. You don't want to see him come out.
Huh, interesting. I'm intrigued by that. And over to Osar X Franco. Who are you playing tonight?
Hello. Hi, yeah, I'm Osar X Franco, and tonight I'm playing Krutag Jinx. He's very excited to go on adventure with you all this evening, day. I'm not really sure how to say this. This very new language for me is difficult to understand sometimes, That's it.
I love it.
That's all we need. That's all we need.
I love it. Quick, to the point. And hello, yes, I am your GM for this evening, the Nation of Joe, and I'm here to take these fine players on an adventure, a new sort of adventure. We go now to a far remote location. Picture forested mountainside, off the beaten path, but still fairly accessible, where we see a university, a place where students of the magical arts come together and learn about all sorts of different classes and spells and ways to use their either learned or innate abilities in this world. A call to action has been had because at this university there was a large, almost cataclysmic event. We're not sure what exactly happened, but that's where our players come in to go to the Varacadabra Academy and find out what has happened. Players, you come up to the academy, and out and about there is chaos in front of you. Tons of people are out and about on sort of the quad, sort of the main area of the institution, just in all sorts of disarray, some being helpful where they can, and some look like they're injured. You approach one particular building that looks like there's a lot of action happening in front of this building, and you approach this building and see one woman in particular who seems to be giving orders back and forth. This woman is an elderly human woman. She seems very kind. She seems very focused as she tells this person to see what they can do to tend to the wounded and make sure these folks have supplies over there and don't get too close over there. And you hear a couple other things she's telling folks, and silvery hair pulled up into a bun, and glasses, and kind of a very proper mage attire on her. She seems like she would be a good person to acknowledge as you approach, but there are plenty of people around. So players, where do you go? What do you do?
Any of you good at the words or the conversation, small talk, you know?
More of a do things kind of person with less of the talky kind of thing, really.
You don't, there's no, your distinction is confusing, friend, but I accept you. How about you?
Well, I think I can go talk to her. Try to figure out what exactly happened here.
I think that is for the best. As Krutog, who is a Goliath, kind of like rolls his shoulders back and looks nervously around the quad. It is hard for me to be in these public situations, hard to blend in.
I'm a man in full plate of armor.
Yes, I know this very loud, this tin kettle. When he taps a couple of fingers on your, very loud. Convenient for sitting in a booth at the restaurant. You take it off or no?
No. You never know what could happen, when, where. I mean, this armor is really just a part of me at this point in time, like it's who I am. And, I'm surprisingly nimble for this. So don't let it fool you, all right?
Like sliding turtle in rivers back home, very quick, but have strong shell.
So you
I really do like
you
turtles.
bathed with that on.
Well, no. Not fully, like piece by piece,
How about you go talk to this official?
Yeah.
I will scout the crowd for,
Yeah.
any suspicion. You know this word, suspicion?
Yeah.
Very good.
Suspicion.
Very good.
Suspicion.
And that's what Krutog's going to be doing. He's doing a more general look over at the crowd, understanding that there's general chaos, but is there anyone who seems like a little bit like a dog who's eaten something they're not supposed to? You know what I mean? How they kind of go over to the side and like, shit. And he's looking for guilty faces.
I know exactly what that looks like. Why don't you roll me a perception check?
I'd love to. I have a +10 for my perception. Hell yeah. Expertise. Oh, so that's going to be a 21.
There's nobody that looks like what you are sort of thinking about in that regard. There are tons of people just sitting around, a couple people rushing about. As you take a closer look, you actually notice that some of these wounds and things look to be somewhat fatal. You see a mix of younger students. This is a university, so they are you know, the freshman, sophomore kind of age range, but there's also folks that are a little bit older. I mean, there's a variety of different students that came to this institute, and all of them are doing so many different things. You are more than welcome to pick one or two of them out, but there's kind of just a chaotic energy happening from everyone and everywhere.
This is good enough for crew dog.
Okay.
And Alani will walk up to the elderly woman. Madam, are you all right?
Go water that way. Make sure that everybody has enough. We need to keep the rations in mind as we do. Oh, I'm sorry. Were you talking to me?
Yes, like, are you okay? Can you explain to us what happened here?
Who are you? I don't know if I have you on the register for the day. Who are you? What was your name?
No, we're not on the register. We were hired to help you guys out.
Oh, you're from the Harpers. Okay, wonderful, excellent. Please, I don't believe we have much time, but there are quite a few students and teachers still left in this building here, and she points to the building in front of you. It's very dangerous, though. It's very volatile, very unstable. A few of us have tried to go in and do what we could to help, but nothing seemed to work, and, well, we,
what happened? Like, how did this start?
I'm not sure. It was classes as usual, things happening as usual, and then all of a sudden there seemed to be just an implosion of sorts that rocked the entire foundation, and we evacuated whoever we could, brought them out, but those who are going to be slower out, or maybe didn't, thought it was just a experiment in a lab or something, it was part of normal life. These things happen around here, and they weren't so lucky, and please, I fear you must hurry. I'm not sure what took place, but it wasn't good, whatever it was.
Do you think it was like a spell misfire?
Nothing as simple as that, I believe. I think this was something that was a long time coming.
So you're saying you guys have had enemies in the past?
Not enemies, just this place has a superstitious history, and I'm just fearful that maybe the superstitions may be true.
Like superstitions, like what? Just, I'm assuming it's not something as small as throwing salt over your shoulder.
No, I fear this was much worse than that. I really must be attending to the students here. I have prepared this for you, and she hands you a letter. For when you arrived, I tried to make sure I had it. Please, just get in and see what you can do to help those in there. I don't know if there's much else we can do, but please, just help whoever's left, because if not,
We'll do what we can. Can you at least give me a rough estimate of who all might still be in there?
The details are in the letter. Please, you must go.
All right.
She's gonna kind of start to step away and walk towards some other students and all of that, and yeah, you now have a letter addressed on the front of the parchment to the investigators.
All right, so there was a big explosion of some kind. Well, obviously. Apparently, it has to do with some superstition with this academy.
What is this word?
You know
What are
those
stations? Why are they so super, so grand?
you know those horror stories that you might have been told as a kid? Dave was told like though they were told something similar. This one might be true.
I see. They also have scary ghost horses that are exploding in there. This will be a tough task.
Dude,
If
ghost horse? Is that what I heard?
Yes, you are familiar.
if that helps you understand, yeah.
No, I'm gonna say no.
Some other time I will tell you. It is a dark tale. It seems that the general crowd is suffering from wounds. Krutog will just point to the nearest person that's not looking so great. They will not survive. They've cut right through. I've spent some time analyzing. They will not make it. So it is perhaps best for us to continue in quickly.
She did give us a letter though with all the details.
For the ghost horses, is it strongly worded to hurt their feelings?
I think the letter's for us.
The letter's for us.
Why would she hurt our feelings? We are here to help.
I don't know. You know, some people are just cruel like that.
Are you sure you understand what letter is? I had this explained to me recently. So I feel like I am brushed up on these. Very, very. Mine like still trapped.
What do you think a letter is?
It is a correspondence, a way to express one's emotions. And Krutog's gonna like kind of look around as this is happening, and like seeing an alleyway open in the crowd is just gonna start hulking in that direction, kind of talking over his shoulder. You know, sometimes you have, a father who still loves you. You want to tell him that you still care about him and you're doing well. I do not have this, but it is my understanding some do.
Yeah, good enough. Well, you gotta read that letter, or
Yeah.
I'm assuming we're all just following behind.
Yeah. Listening to the therapy session.
Do you read the letter aloud?
I read the letter aloud.
Okay. The letter reads as such, and it is addressed from Headmistress Razella, Razella. Currently, 21 students, faculty, and staff unaccounted for and assumed trapped within the building. It has become some sort of extra-dimensional space, and wild magic abounds. It is degrading the dimensional anchors of the construct at an alarming rate. All efforts to slow this have been ineffective. It is surmised that only those who are not on the school grounds can go into the entry portal. A group of rescue militia went in but got no farther than the foyer. They were attacked and defeated by a man with what appeared to be a water elemental of some kind, now in the central fountain. The summoning of the elemental and constant wild magic fluctuations will likely mean further encounters from summoned creatures and random magical effects. She also leaves instructions about a little supply box that she has left close to the entrance of the building. So you will know exactly where that is as you approach the entrance. But that is the letter.
All right. Alternate dimension, soil and people, water, elemental thing, limited time. I mean, it seems pretty easy. In, out. All right.
There's also
Is that what you heard?
That's all I really paid attention to.
I understand. Best to find this box, huh? Get our extra goods for the extra dimensions. He kind of nudges Alani as he continues walking in.
what are you working with? Hey, shh, shh.
Who are you shushing?
Nothing. Just nothing. Let's just continue.
Okay.
I
We
feel
do that.
this sudden urge of regret for no reason.
So you are making your way towards the building?
Mhm.
Okay. As you approach, you find a little wooden box. Inside, you find 2 potions of climbing, a potion of fire giant strength, a robe of useful items, and a dispel magic scroll.
Is that just the regular level, the spell magic?
It's hard to tell. If you want to try and decipher just how powerful this thing is, make an Arcana check.
Uh, 15.
Okay. Was anybody else checking or helping with that, or?
Yeah, sure. Let's roll it on here. 17.
That's off a little bit too. So while I fix this, yes, you can tell that this is actually some very powerful magic. It is at 9th level.
So it was 2 potions of climbing, 1 potion of giant strength,
Fire giant strength.
fire giant strength, 1 robe of useful items, and a scroll of spell protection.
Or dispel magic.
Dispel magic scroll, yes.
Yeah.
Dispel magic.
This scroll is very powerful. It makes my kidneys hum. You feel it?
Both of them or just one?
It is funny that you should ask. Most people do not ask. Have you experienced this before? It's mostly on the left, but it's because the right one, I was stabbed when I was younger. I think that it shifted it in my anatomy, if you understand.
Just hopefully that still works properly.
How about we just keep going?
I find this to be advisable, turtle friend. You'll tap your armor again.
I'm just picturing every time you tap out.
We're all
I
just
just
the part
hear
of
tink,
armor.
tink.
It's just a massive hand. Like it kind of hurts a little bit because he doesn't know his own strength.
Minus 2 HP.
And I'm dead.
I would recommend, my fellows, this scroll. Perhaps we find source of extra dimension. Use this to remedy the situation.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
That could work.
It is best to have a plan, a system of goals. This ensures that the team will achieve their goal.
Well, I mean, can't plan for everything. Sometimes you just gotta kind of wing it, you know?
I am unfamiliar with this term. I do not understand how wing will help us with extra dimension.
I'm gonna save us all a headache. And I'm just gonna keep moving forward.
Okay. You are approaching. You're approaching the building. And before you is an older looking large building. It's plenty of windows and large double doors, and goes up a story or so, and seems to go a little bit further back. It's not very tall, but it's very long and wide. Based on your expertise of going around to different places, you'd say the building has to have been around for over 100 years or so. And as you approach, it's not just the building that you start to see anymore. There's a glowing entry portal to what is called the Apprentice Hall. The magical gateway flickers dangerously as its glowing surface seems to ebb and flare with unstable power. Beyond the crackling azure surface, a grisly scene can be glimpsed. There's a full squad of armored men that lay unmoving and twisted, some thrown wide to lie in the two open doorways that flank a central fountain. The seemingly mundane, though deadly, as you have been warned, fountain dominates the center of the stone-floored foyer. The doors are ornate, rune-encrusted, and made of stout iron. The doors close off the entrance from the rest of the interior. Do you step into the portal?
Yeah.
Think we're gonna have to. This is what was described in the letter.
I mean, it's our job. Like, I don't know why anyone's waiting. Time is of the essence, and whatnot, and what forth, and I don't know. Let's just go.
You will have strange words, friend. And Krutog will move through the portal.
Okay. Stepping through the crackling portal gives you the unpleasant feeling of falling, yet standing perfectly still. The sensation ends almost as soon as it began as you step free of the portal. You all equally, in some ways, feel more powerful, and yet in some ways something feels off at the same time. We started this whole thing going into it as level 5 players, but I had everybody ahead of our starting tonight roll a die and add that number to their character level. So now we are all sort of different levels. I'm also going to have everybody add 100 hit points to your total.
Hit points added.
Okay. As you walk into the foyer, you have some space around you. You see actually a couple doors. One is like a single door. Actually, they're double doors, but they're like smaller double doors. They're not very ornate or anything. It's kind of off to the side as doors would go. And then around the fountain towards the back is another set of larger, slightly more ornate double doors. You have stepped through. Nothing has happened as of yet. Where do you go? What do you do?
I want to take a gander around the room, again, kind of checking for threats. Krutog believes that there are just bombs around. So he's like looking for traps or things from the ceilings, voids, anything that might have a tripwire of sorts before moving any further in.
Make a perception check.
I would love to do that thing.
And anybody else who's doing any stuff, feel free to perceive the room.
That is a 25.
Perception check.
Perceive the room.
That is a
For a
13.
Can I go back to normal days?
If you want. I need to fix the tracker anyway, but yeah, however you want to do it, just let us know what you rolled. I think given everybody's, and also, yeah, what's everybody's passive? Give me everybody's like passive perception on that too.
My passive is 20.
Okay.
13.
Okay.
That's off to the left under senses.
Mm-hmm.
10.
Okay. Obviously, I am going to try so hard not to call you Crouton all night. I make no promises, though.
I was waiting to make the joke anyway.
I do not know what these were, crouton.
It's rough around the edges, just like you,
Crispy
and
bread.
probably not very tasty, just like you.
This is bold
Or at
assumption.
least tea.
I am quite the gentleman. Perhaps if we were meeting under different terms, we could get to
I
know.
mean, you did just point to someone and tell them they were gonna die.
I do not see the point in lying to them. They are about to die. Why would I want the last words they hear to be ones that are just simply not true? And then I will have to live the rest of my life knowing I lied to a dying man.
But here's the thing: you didn't have to tell them they were dying. You didn't have to tell them they were gonna
I
live.
I
But
did
you
not
didn't have to
tell
tell them
them.
they
I
were gonna
told
die,
you.
right?
I told you. I wasn't talking to them.
Do you know what subtlety is?
What is this word?
Yeah, that's what I thought. Clearly, we don't have time for this. But when we're done with this, we can have a very long time. It'll be
I would like that. I
exhausting.
will buy
but
you
it will,
these.
it'll be good.
I will buy you croutons, as many as you would like.
You're crouton enough for all of us.
Thank you, turtle friend. Heavy hand on your shoulder.
Minus 2 more HP.
I almost forgot something very important. I apologize about that. But this might also affect what you all perceive, because I feel like this is going to be not easily felt, but we'll see. I need everybody to make a Constitution saving throw.
Shit.
Ooh.
Oof a doof. That's a 12.
That's a 7.
Why did I roll that? Hold on. Well, I already rolled it. I forgot to use my dice. I got a 13.
Okay, I need to make a quick note. As you're looking around, you see what I've already described and what was described to you in the letter. You don't see any immediate threat, though. There doesn't seem to be any elemental very specifically present, but the water that's in the fountain is not active. It's not like gushing or doing anything weird. It is disturbingly still.
I'm gonna shoot it.
You shoot this stagnant water?
Yeah, I'm gonna
You're
shoot
going to
it.
have to reach in there later to get your ammunition? Mm.
You think this is where the
I mean, didn't we the whole water thing or whatever?
Yeah, you're fine.
Oh,
Shoot it. I think Krutog's just
Yeah.
watching the water.
So you're gonna see like a little kind of panel lift out of his like wrist, kind of like a little, and a nice little gem node is gonna appear out of his armor, and I'm gonna launch a little lightning node at it. So I don't know if you want me to roll to hit or just.
Yeah, make an attack roll.
Alrighty, let's do this. Wait, no, not on this thing. Normal dice. That would be an 18.
Okay. Two things are going to happen. As you toss this little lightning node out, all of you at the same time are going to sort of feel the room give this energy pulse of just... And you all kind of like stay on your feet, but you could tell that there is just this shift in the room. And now, in various little corners of the room, there's nothing. It's not very large or spread out, but in very particular corners, it's so strange. When you look, it's almost like you look past it or whatever, but you look past it and there's nothing. Just a void of empty space. This little missile just hits the water. It hits the water. That's your cue to roll a damage roll.
My bad.
You have successfully hit water.
That is 7 damage, and then since it's the first time shooting it, I can deal an extra d6 after that. So
it's the water. Water immune to lightning.
what did I say last time? 7, 10 total. Because it shoots and then it pulses one more time after that.
It crackles with this electricity all in this little fountain, and the fountain water then begins to shake and shimmer and then burst up, snakes around into the shape of this snake's head. And we're gonna roll initiative right off the bat.
I got a 13.
That is a 7.
Got a 15 on the initiative.
Go team, go.
Sorry, CJ, what did you roll?
7.
You rolled 7. Okay, Rossin, what did you roll?
13.
Okay. You definitely took this thing by surprise. That's good. And that's very good. because it is in. I wrote this down in numerical order. Krutog. After that nice little surprise attack, you are next.
Okay. So I have a big watery
You got a
Garinus
big old,
in front of me.
You got a big old water snake in front of you.
Okay. So I'm going to move towards it, pulling out my short sword, and I'm going to slash at it. Are my allies close enough that I get sneak attack?
I'd say you are all, you are all pretty close by now. This thing slithered out of the fountain, and you're all still within range.
Okay. Oh, it rolled twice. So the first one, I'm going with the 16 to hit.
Okay, 16 will hit.
Perfect. So it's going to be a total of 19 piercing damage with that sneak attack.
What kind of weapon do you have?
Pardon me, it's just a regular short sword.
Just a regular one? Okay.
Not magical.
You definitely make purchase with it, but it just doesn't feel like it really did much as much as you were hoping it would.
Yep. As I swipe through it, I'm gonna use because I'm a mastermind rogue, I can use bonus action to help, and I'm going to call out. I believe it was Anton that was next in the initiative from our side.
Yes.
Yeah. And I'm going to call out, Turtle Man, you have magic in your arm. And kind of gesture up in a way to give advantage to your next attack.
Thanks.
Or
Crouton.
whatever you're trying to do.
Appreciate it.
Is welcome.
Am I actually going next?
If that concludes Krutog's turn, then yes, you are up next.
All right, let's shoot another one. Pew pew. More. Yeah, it's all the same. You said I get advantage on this roll?
Yeah, on the first attack.
Yeah. 22. 22. That's it.
That hits.
And then we will hit for 8 lightning damage.
It recoils in pain as you electrocute it once more. It seems to do a pretty good job.
I have 2 attacks. I'm going to do it again.
Yes, continue.
23.
That hits.
I think this is actually just 1d6 this time around, though, unfortunately. 7. 7 lightning damage.
It's looking very irate.
Oh.
Anything else you want to do on your turn?
No, I'm good. Thanks for the help.
Alani.
All right, I'm next in line.
Mm-hmm.
I will roll to make an unarmed strike. Does a 12 hit?
You swipe right into this this water hydra's belly, and it seems to just kind of sploosh through. Doesn't make a hit.
Loosh.
Got it. Yeah, for my bonus action, I'd like to make one more.
Go ahead.
That's a 20 hit.
That does hit.
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
I hit it for 10.
And what kind of weapon do you have?
Unarmed, just.
Check though, because monks'
Yeah.
unarmed attacks are magical at some point. They do count as magical.
I think it's a.
I want to say it's at level 5, but I am uncertain.
Let's see.
Let me check an old.
Oh yeah, starting at 6th level, your unarmed strikes count as magical for the purpose
There we
of
go.
overcoming resistance and immunity to non-magical attacks and damage.
All right.
Monks are so cool.
Yeah. Shoot, I can't remember her name. That's gonna drive me crazy. I'm gonna add to that. Yeah. Okay. So Katara over here gives a nice little slam into this this watery elemental, and that seems to really give it a nice nice little smack and hurt. But when you do that, the strangest thing's gonna happen. You see it wriggle around and get really aggravated and mad, and it just kind of starts to move and split its body in two and slithers away to either side of the fountain. You now have 2 water elementals that are in
2
front
for
of you.
price of 1. Great deal we have going on today.
No, that we want 0 instead of 1. We want to go down.
Yes, but you know, making joke, making light, so the existential fear of dying does not hurt so badly. No?
Oh, you can make jokes about existential death, but you can't just spare someone's feeling.
I was not talking to them.
You know what? Now is not the time for this. Now is not the time.
Let's do these. Oof. Left. We'll do left and right. Water elemental. Krutag.
That is my name, yes.
I'm going to assume that neither an 11 or a 3 hit.
Incorrect. These are small toddler attack.
Okay.
They do not catch my notice, as I'm yelling at Anton that sometimes I don't understand. Is it not best to... Is honesty not the best policy? This is what I was told. I'm operating under this function.
I'm sorry. I'm keeping track of a lot of different things here.
You're okay.
Is it... I'm going to say no to the other one, because that was... yeah. But what about an 17?
A 17 will hit.
17 will hit. Okay, so one of these attacks is going to come down.
I'm going to save you, or at least help a little bit. I am going to use Uncanny Dodge to reduce half of this damage that's coming in.
Perfect. So, I need these. Oop, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're gonna do 10, so that's 5 damage to you. Bludgeoning damage.
25, is that what you said?
No, I'm sorry. It was 5.
5,
So it was
okay.
10, and then you took
that-
half.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Gotcha. That's tracking.
Mm-hmm. That was right. Let's do this one for the other one. Oh boy, that's a good one. I have and this one's gonna be towards Anton. You can tell that this one had this was like sort of the mind that you kept hitting because it's a little pissed off at you right now. That's a 22 and a 20.
$22 hits, the 20 doesn't.
Ooh. Interesting.
Why you gotta do that to me?
So we have 9 bludgeoning damage to you.
Sorry, there's just like so much stuff here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, artificers are cray.
Yeah. There's a damage reduction. I just can't figure out where it is. I think it was like... reduced by 3 from non-magical weapon. Is it a magical weapon? It's a magical weapon, right? Is it a magical bean?
This thing is a large elemental it was summoned. I think I'm going to call it a magical being at this point.
So 9, you said?
Correct.
Alright. Yeah, okay, yeah. I'll think the name.
You're up at the top of the order, Krutog. You notice that they haven't really moved very much, but they are still kind of hanging out in the fountain. But they are armed and primed to attack some more.
Right then. Yeah, I'm gonna move and attack the one that's been swinging at me.
Okay.
Because that's real rude. And I don't like it. And I'm gonna miss. A swing and a miss.
That's a big miss. Yep.
But as I do, it's almost like my foot slips on the water, and I'll just yell, "Oh, it is quite slippery!" And go ahead and give that advantage back over to. I'm actually gonna give it to. No, I'll still give it to Anton.
So you do know how to lie.
Help action. Next ability check, or attacking.
Pew pews.
Getting them good pew pews.
Okay.
Pews.
If that's it for you, then yeah, Anton is next in the order.
Pew pew.
I activate the power of the pew pew.
All right.
On the one that hit me.
Okay. Yeah, you guys are duking it out, 1-on-1.
18.
That hits.
Oh wait, hold on. 19.
Still hits.
Yeah. And I pew pew for 9 damage. Because it's still there.
It is still there.
Pew pew again. Just 17. 17.
That will hit.
Yes. Ooh, 8 damage. Pew pew.
That last pew just sort of crackles this snake, and it swishes and sloshes and is really mad, and then kind of falls and
splashing.
just kind of disintegrates into a waterfall back into the fountain. You just have the one snake left there.
All right, I did my part. Rest is up to you.
All right, Alani, you're next.
All right. So I will face the last water snake and make an unarmed attempt. Does a 25 hit?
That hits.
8.
Splooshes right into this thing's chest, and it hurt it.
All right. I will burn a key point and use Flurry of Blows.
Okay.
So time out. You hit it once. You'll get to
Yeah.
hit it one more time without using Flurry of blows because you have 2 attacks per attack action. So you don't have to use that yet. You can hit it
Oh,
twice.
okay.
Just straight 2 attacks.
Yep. So punch,
boom.
punch. Yep. Anytime you attack, punch, punch.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Or punch, elbow, punch knee,
Right.
elbow knee.
Your
palm.
martial art of your choice.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Got it. Okay.
Fingers to eyes, whichever.
Yeah. So that should still work with that 19 though.
Yeah,
That'll still
since-
be the same modifier.
Since it's the same everything, yeah, we'll take that, and that hits. So roll for damage.
Okay. So going with So
Yeah.
going with
You can
the,
still use that. It's the
going
same
with the
thing.
left hand.
Mm-hmm.
6.
You're right.
Okay.
A good backhand, maybe. Whatever you're feeling.
Yeah. So now, if it's still up, you can burn a key point and do that again. Hit it twice, or you can just bonus action hit it.
Oh, okay. So that's okay.
Yep. So you can do up to 3 attacks without burning key, or 4 with burning a key point.
Got it.
Monks
Wow,
are so cool.
that's kind of broken.
Monks are dope as
Monks.
hell.
No kidding.
The idea
So-
is that you're doing it with your fists, right? Like you're not using a weapon, but
Right.
like holy weapon, your hands and shit's over.
As you're thinking about your next move, you hear and feel this.
Just punch it.
All right. So then I'm going to use my bonus action for an unarmed strike. Just no flurry.
Okay.
That was a 12.
That unfortunately will not hit.
Sorry, I don't have 3 hands.
Just that last one just got your hands wet.
Gotta practice those elbows.
Anything else for you?
No, that is it.
This creature has now gotten your attention, and it is going to try to wrap itself around you. Does a 17 hit you, Alani?
Yes, it does.
Okay. So we've got 7 bludgeoning damage, and you are now grappled and pulled towards this creature, towards the fountain. You are actually, as well as the whole grappling thing, it's a different kind of grapple. You are actually restrained. it seems to be pulling you towards the water. Krutog, you're up next.
You're gonna need me for this one. No, no, leave me alone.
Krutog's just gonna hulk over and stab his short sword directly at the base of where it's like pulling into the fountain, just to try and like get in and slice through.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. That's 10.
10 doesn't hit.
Yeah, as I do that, I'll, like, Hulk over. Yes, turtle friend, it seems you are better at this. If you perhaps you could aim in this direction, bonus action help to give Anton that advantage.
I'm a bit concerned that it might harm our friend. If
What
he's
is to be
standing in-
concerned? He drowned or is something worse?
I don't know. Getting electrocuted.
What is a little bit of friendly fire among friends? Occupational hazard.
Crouton told me to do it. Pew.
Roll the attacks.
Hesitant pew, but pew nonetheless. I got a 16.
16 is going to hit.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Do I count that as hitting me too? I mean, it would hit regardless, but
14. 14 pew, shocking, zap.
It's very unhappy, but it's still there and still dragging Alani towards the water.
Is Alani okay?
like, do I take damage from that?
Is Alani's hair sticking up a little?
Alani seems okay.
Okay, good. Then I pew again with less hesitation. 21.
All right, I'm going to save you some time. That next hit just completely seeps through this thing. You see some electric sparks fly through it, and it just kind of falls into a splatter of water on the ground. All of the water elementals that you can see in front of you are no longer there. In fact, you start to see the water move again. The water is sort of not as still as it once was. It's not flowing through the fountain or anything yet. It seems like the fountain is off, but it does have just a calming, slight movement to it.
Well, I tell you to punch something. I mean, punch it. Like, that's what you do, right? Like, just saying.
Punch.
And I
As a
put my back
reminder,
into the last one.
as a reminder, you have got a door just kind of off to your left, and then some larger double doors behind the fountain right in front of you.
Krutog's going to just take a look in the fountain to see if there was anything like placed in there, any items that might have been like controlling these things or anything. Give it a kind of gander, stick his sword in and kind of slosh it around in the water before moving on.
I mean, it's clear water. You can see there's nothing in there. It's just water. There's maybe like a coin or two. They're not supposed to throw coins in there because it clogs up the system. But yeah, there's no weapons or anything like that.
There is nothing else here. We shall proceed to find these people to save.
Look, I want to look around the room again because is it still kind of like the spots that our eyes kind of just keep looking over? Like, Can I try to focus on?
You really try to like focus towards the nothingness, but you can't look at it for too long. But what you do notice is that it seems like there's more of it.
Can I shoot one of my PPUs at it? Or is it one of those things where like I literally just can't focus to get a good shot? I'm gonna try to shoot a PPU at it.
GM's favorite line, you can try.
That would be a 23 to try to PPU at one of the...
You hear like your wrist opens up and you hear this and it just stops. Nothing else happens.
Does it stop like it drops, or it stops and it just disappears?
It's gone. It
just gone.
It is no longer around.
Cool. All right, let's go. Let's
Yeah,
go,
which way would you like to go? There is small door here or large doors there? I am ambivalent to our current direction. You know this word, ambivalent?
I'm surprised you knew that one.
I find that interesting. I think you are making some judgments. But, you know.
Not out loud.
I think you literally just did it out loud. But hey. Hey. Let's go, team. We don't have time to do this all day.
Yes, the conversation later over croutons. And Croutog's going to go to the small side door and listen through it, or try to like listen at it.
You hear nothing.
And then I'll go, there's nothing behind this door, seemingly. Or at least no hostages crying for help. And then I'll move to the large double doors.
Okay. Do listen? Okay.
Yeah.
You don't hear anything.
The story is also very quiet. Like my mother, after I've disappointed her.
That checks out.
I'm confused.
That
checks out.
Checks out. Right.
Shall we, big door, little door, it does not matter to Croutog.
You know what, Croutog? How about you pick? So we can
I will pick big door, and
Croutog
will just turn around and shove. Oh, as that happens, Croutog's hands on the door, he'll stop. This has happened several times. Do we have concern that perhaps the fabric of our reality is being, ripped asunder at these wom-woms? This is technical term, no? Wom-wom.
Mm-hmm.
He'll then push open the double doors.
Okay. You push open the double doors. Are you walking through?
Being a rogue,
Mm-hmm.
the way I built Croutog is I picture him more like he goes in and like messes people up and in kind of that like gangster kind of way.
Sure.
So I would say he's walking in, but it's not like just garishly. It's more like he's pushed them open. He's kind of slipping through to like check to see if the coast is clear, and then we'll carefully enter wherever it is.
Okay. As you open these large double iron doors, you see a long, wide stone hallway. There are numerous oil portraits that line the walls between the tapestries. The subjects of all the portraits seem to be what you would think of as wizards. Lots of gray, white, or silver hair and beards. Lots and lots of beards. Each of the tapestries is a pictorial dedication to one of the different arcane schools of magic. Directly across from the foyer entrance... Wait, sorry, let me read that. Nope, that's different than what I have. So down the center of this hall is a runner of thick blue carpet stretched down the length of the hall in both directions, ending only where the stony corridor turns a corner at each of its ends. So think of it as like a T. You're now looking straight ahead, and then there's seemingly hallways to the left and to the right at the end of this hallway. Yeah, that's what you see right now.
I would like to reach into my pack.
Mm-hmm.
Like seeing this hall of like portraits and different things.
Mm-hmm.
I want to take a dagger and just look. One moment, please. And I want to toss this dagger like down the hall, just in a quick throw, just to try and trigger like.
Ha! Who threw that?
Yes, there is. Hello, is there someone in the being of beings here?
Oh, stop that now. You knew that they would be sending more people in. Yes, but they don't have to throw things. How garish is that? Oh.
Don't worry, Kutan's about shot.
His Krutag and they was perfectly executed. I don't understand.
Sorry,
would you like me to
Oh.
try again? Like maybe I could get in your eye.
And excuse me, if you're going to be throwing sharp things, you please don't throw it here. Move along.
Krutag is gonna walk in to try and excuse me, I am sorry to interrupt your time here. We are simply looking for others. As he bends over and picks up his dagger and is gonna look around at these portraits. Which
Okay.
one is it I should be addressing in this moment?
Before we get to that, you've walked in. Alani, Anton, are you walking into the hallway?
Yeah.
Yes.
Alani and Krutag. You have both aged. Alani, you are now older by 8 years.
Okay.
Krutag, you are now older by 12 years. You see a number of the portraits kind of moving along. Their faces are kind of just, they're not like full on painting. I'm not thinking of the you know what's kind of paintings and stuff. I'm thinking it's more of like, it's one of those holograms where as you look at it, the face kind of shifts and moves, but they are slightly moving to your eyes and talking to you.
Krutag is gonna kind of like roll his shoulder a couple of times. Oh, that's strange. I can feel the arthritis. I'm sorry. I will repeat that. Which one of you I should be addressing about, saving of the hostages in closing of the extra dimension?
Oh, is that what's going on? Does seem like things have gotten a bit interesting around here, doesn't it? Yes, I suppose it has, hasn't it? Yes, well, down there, down the hall, well, I can't point, but, well, obviously not where you came from, but down there's some more classrooms and things, so you're better off looking for people down there. We haven't really seen much action in the past hour or so. Yeah, it's not too much. There's some strange things happening around here, though.
Could you elaborate on these happenings? Perhaps it will help us in our ambition to save as many lives as possible.
Oh, yes. Well, we have sort of the front view of the action, don't we? Yes. Yeah. Don't be a brat. He's being sarcastic. We are affixed to the wall. We aren't quite sure of that much.
This is true. Perhaps, would you like me to carry you about? Perhaps show you a different perspective before we go?
Oh, absolutely not. Also, I don't know how you would even think to carry all of us, or even one of us. They are quite large. Why you say we don't know anything? This is kind of one that's further down. You say we don't know anything, but we do. There was those strange fellows, weren't there? Oh, my goodness. Oh, you think everybody is a strange fellow. But this one was more strange than the others.
How is this one more strange than the others?
It seems like there's some people who are not. They don't belong here quite. We have the students and the teachers, of course. Professors. Yes, professors. Sorry. It's Mr. Wizard Emeritus down there. But these seem to. They've met in secret. They think that they were being quiet, but they seem to be very dedicated to worshipping some strange creatures. I haven't seen some of these creatures, but they seem to be very quite enthralled with them. Oh, another one of your conspiracy theories over there. Don't pay them any mind. They're just bored. You never know what many years affixed to a wall will do to a person. Well, look at you over there. You got a front row seat over there. I'm all the way stuck in the back over here.
All right, well, do you think it's like they're dealing with some kind of summoning, whatever they seem to be worshipping or following?
Oh, I should hope not. I wouldn't dare dream of anybody doing something like that. Not here, anyway. Well, if you knew the history of this place, might give you some better education of things, but, well, I wish I actually knew some better education of this place. I just hear things all the time. Things are haunted, that's cursed, all of these things. It makes no sense to me.
Excuse me, gentlemen, I wish to make sure I understand the flow of this conversation. You are saying that there are individuals who are perhaps worshipping of strange beings that perhaps could be or could not be tied to the origin of this school, ghost horses and superstitions and whatnot?
Ghost horses? I've never heard of a ghost horse before. That seems like an interesting... Oh, well, there was Mortimer back in the day. He had a familiar that I believe was a horse. You can't have a horse as a familiar. No, you can. You're thinking of the old just rats and cats kind of way. You can, if you can think of a creature, it can be your familiar. Poppycock, I don't believe in such wild tall tales as that. Back in my day, oh, shut up over there. Nobody cares.
Okay. I gotta ask. No one's gonna bring up the like. You guys just like got older.
Oh gosh, what was that?
Yes. Perhaps could you explain, gentlemen in the painting walls, the sound? Have you been hearing it for some time?
I don't know
So
about
you're not concerned about this rapid aging thing going on, really?
I age
Like,
at the
I know
rate
I don't
that
pay enough
age.
attention.
rapid aging
Well,
sounds. These adventurers are
He
certainly,
pointed it out.
You guys didn't look the same through that door a second ago.
certainly quite an interesting prospect here.
One
This
moment,
might be a
Turtle
good
Man.
experiment
Yes, you
in-
have the sound. You know what this is?
No, I don't suppose we have heard much of that sound. Things seem a bit strange around here, but I don't know about these sounds. The only sounds I wish.
Do you know about this
silence.
aging thing?
The aging thing? Why, well, we're quite aged and affixed to walls ourselves. I don't suppose we know much about that.
No, he has.
Though
he has-
Mortimer
you
down
know-
there's got some yellowing around the ridges, I suppose.
All right, as much as this is a lovely
no.
conversation, I'm pretty sure we're wasting time on this because the booms seem to be happening a lot more quicker, and people are getting older for some reason.
But perhaps you could, before we go, because I tend to agree, we do not wish to linger long. These gentlemen have arguments to get back to, but perhaps you could describe this strange fellow, the one that is more strange than the others, so we might keep an eye out from our moving perspectives.
Oh, there was quite a few of them, though, weren't there? Yes, it's quite a few. They seem to have like some sort of secret handshake or something. Oh, all of the clubs and things have secret handshakes. Even the lacrosse team had some sort of strange little doodad that they did with each other, and they like slammed their faces together in a show of machismo of some sort. It was quite garish. Oh, these students. Oh.
So mostly they can be identified in their way of their shaking of their hands.
They might be saying something. They might be doing something. I don't know if there's any other markings and things. It's really hard to get a good peripheral being hung on the wall as such,
This is causing you some difficulties, I can see. Perhaps, again, I could not move all of you, but in the interest of kinship, friendship, perhaps I could move one lucky painting to the end of the hall.
I think we're rather all comfortable up here. Yes, I believe I wouldn't want to go anywhere. No, wouldn't really want
All
to
right. Well,
do
It's
anything
fine.
like that. That's a little much for me. No.
all right.
Yeah,
So,
they seem just fine where they are. How about we get going?
which one of you are the oldest here?
No more questions.
Well, that seems like a preposterous question, but I suppose that might be me.
All right. What can you tell us about the superstitions that goes on with the academy?
Oh, there's been many types of superstitions about the history of this place. Why the builders were probably the most superstitious of them all, but apparently, as legend would have it, you see, this place was built as a sort of tomb or imprisonment for one of its earliest, I don't know if I'd call him a founder necessarily, but related to the founder of this place. And, yes, I suppose that's been one of the most interesting stories from among the years as they pass it down and along. Yes, we've all heard that before. Ugh, it's so terrible, but yes, I suppose I've heard that one too.
So it's a giant prison that you turned into a school.
What could
Yeah.
go wrong?
I mean, isn't school prison anyways? Still concerned about the age thing,
Do you
though.
have something in your throat? Are you feeling the effects of age? Perhaps, sometimes in my understanding, his voice has changed drastically. Here, have some of my water skin. It will help. It's not water in there.
I'm
It is
not-
vodka.
I don't.
It will burn it all right out.
Careful with that. I think that might kind of start to spread me around a little bit. Might warp me a
It
bit.
could build up the paint. You're correct. I will be careful. It might increase your temperature inside your shell, turtle man. So we should be careful how much
I
we
am
be
perfectly
using this.
temper controlled. It's pretty
Painting-
comfy in here.
Painting
Nice prison.
persons, you've been very helpful on our quest. I appreciate your time and energies. We will continue this way. Perhaps if you see something, you could yell very loud in the way that we could hear, and we will try to assist. Very well.
Well, yeah.
Kruchak will
Okay,
just
well.
keep it moving.
Wow, that's interesting. Quite interesting fellows, yes. Yes. Right. So you've reached the fork in the road.
So I've got a left and a right.
A left and a right, and you have doors on both sides.
I want to try, like, I know we're in like a high traffic area, but like I'm looking for hostages. Is there a way that I can like track or deduce like which way people mostly go when they go down this hall? Like, is the carpet like worn down in a more particular way? But I'm looking for clues of which way people might have gone recently.
Like if there were hostages, sign of like a struggle.
Right, like blood or injury, people running away, stuff knocked over.
Since this is kind of your tracking a little bit, give me like a survival check type of thing, like a.
Could I make the case for investigation?
If you want to do investigation too, that's fine, since you'll be investigating
That's what I'm
specific
thinking.
things.
I would rather do that.
I will give anybody that's doing this, I will give them the choice of like a survival check or investigation.
I will do
I
survival.
will investigate.
I got a 27.
Okay.
Probably won't beat that. As in, I just won't.
18 for
I
survival.
got an 11 for investigation.
You all seem to kind of put it all together that they equally seem well traveled. This was kind of like the main hall to get in and out of the sort of the rest of the buildings. One area might go to more classrooms. Another area might go to more of like a common area, but it's all still very well traveled. It's honestly eeny, miny, miny, mo as to which direction anything would happen.
The old folk tales that I grew up listening to always say to go to the right if you wish to move more towards the heart of the matter. Is something about this. So this would be my inclination.
So we probably should go left then.
I mean, it depends if you trust my left kidney or not.
No.
Then lead on.
Alrighty then. We're going left.
Okay. You had left, and you reached the set of doors. Are you going through the doors?
Krutog will kind of listen intently to see if, like, from where he's standing, just to see if he could hear any problems before going through. But yeah, we're going through.
You do hear a slight, like, rumble and crackle through the doors. It's hard to make out exactly what it is. Actually, it sounds a little familiar, like something you had heard in the previous room in the foyer.
I believe that perhaps there is a portal behind this door. It is my right kidney that tells me this, so perhaps it is a little bit wonky. You know this word, wonky?
Yes.
Very
Eh.
We do.
Everything about this is wonky.
Yeah. Especially since the fact you guys don't even care that you age, and that's kind of wonky. But you know what? I'm past it.
I can
Past
tell by how you linger on these.
Mm-hmm.
That's why
Krutog's
I
gonna
would-
go through the door.
That's why I feel like I have a full stubble.
Actually,
my beer never connect.
yeah, I didn't know. Actually, I should have asked specific questions about like how old you guys were and everything.
Krutog is now 50.
What is that in the lifespan of a?
Goliaths, they live
Goliath,
similarly
sorry.
to other
Okay.
humanoids, it seems. So I'm not as spry as I used to be, but with regular dedication to, physical regimen, I will remain, flexible enough to complete my task.
Okay.
I am
The years
now.
have been kind to me, except the shoulder. Hurts a little.
The tennis elbow.
Dabbing. You gotta really stretch it out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Alani,
now 38.
38. Anton, how old are you?
24.
Okay.
Nice, cocky, young age.
Because when I asked you all to know your age, you're like, I better go young.
I see. I went 38. I was like, nah, fam.
It's just the way
If
that I
only they
designed
knew,
this guy to
guys.
begin with already. So
If only they knew.
I actually got.
You open the door.
See, I'm waiting to drop into something like 12, and then I'm gonna be fucked.
I should have made an elf.
That's why I loved it when I was like, 2 humans? Oh boy.
Yeah.
You open the door and there's a very distinct smell coming through this, and you see another hallway through these doors. Before you even get through the door, all of your hair, which I don't know if you do have any hair, but it starts to stand on end. There is a definite appearance of scorching throughout the hall. And as you kind of look through and maybe investigate the same way you did before, lightning comes down in this hallway and strikes down from the ceiling. Licks down and in twisting bolts and sparks from each of the handles of the doors across the hall. The long hall leads to what looks to be a descending staircase, but it descends into nothing.
Krutog has pulled out a ration from his pack and is just noisily eating it as we walk into the room.
Meta, I love it.
There is much to, there's no much. There's the stairs that go to nothing over there. A bit weird. Do you ever see these?
Are you really eating right now?
Well, it is important to keep full strength. Would you like? Oh, perhaps I should warn you that there are many nuts if you have an allergy. In fact, we should probably cover up on this now, in case anyone
You know what? Table.
forbidden snacks.
Look, the list. The table conversation. It's going on that right there. All right.
Are croutons nuts?
I know of one crouton that drives me nuts right now.
You have croutons in your pocket this whole time, and you do not share with the class. For
I'm
object lesson,
I'm
you
walking.
You make me.
Let's
You
walk.
make me walk around.
Keep walking.
These gods forsaken place, not knowing what croutons are. You have one in your pocket. I thought we were friends, Turtle Man. I thought we were friends. I'm now sad snacking.
We're gonna die. Going to die. And I'm going to blame you in your goddamn obsession with croutons. I just want you
Obsession.
to know that.
Surely. Alani, when we aged, perhaps did our friend experience a cognitive rupture of some kind? To make him so angry at me. I do not. I offered to share. He's the one with croutons in his pockets. Anyway, we want to investigate those stairs.
Speaking of which, not about the croutons. Why didn't you age? Was it just us?
You wouldn't be able to know because you can't actually see me.
But I am looking at you right now.
But I mean, actually, full plate. You guys literally just can't see any.
GM,
Physical
I would like
form.
to use one of my skills. I would like to spend the next minute observing and interacting with Anton outside of combat so I can learn whether he is my equal, my superior, or inferior in any 2 intelligence, wisdom, and charisma score or class levels. I'm watching very carefully. Krutog just starts watching Anton, just real careful, like. Is the mix on that?
Well, for the next minute, yeah. If you guys are just having a staring contest, I don't have any of the information.
I am still just watching.
I'm just watching him. I'm observing.
But like, if you want to find out a very specific piece of information,
yeah, I want to know class levels, so I know that you've not been at this as long as I have. And I want to know, so I need to know if it's equal to, superior, or inferior. I think Krutog would care more about the wisdom aspect of it. I have a +2 with a 14. What's your wisdom there, Anton?
9,000. It is a +0.
You'll just hear Krutog. Interesting. Very interesting. That's you guys. That's
I'm
what
gonna
doing in this room.
I'm gonna check the stairs.
what are you doing? What are you doing,
I'm
Alani?
about to start shooting some people.
I'm going to check the stairs. I will walk to. You said it's descending, right?
Yes, it's at the other end of the hall. So you are going to the. You're walking through this hallway towards the staircase. Make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Sure.
Dun-dun-dun.
Oh, that is a that is a 9 -8, so that's a nat 1.
Wait. Oh, I was like, wait, what?
That's a nat 1.
That's still a 9, but that's
Okay, cool.
still not great. Let me get this one. Where is this? So many dice that I haven't used before. This is fun for me. 1, 2, 3. You take 20 points of lightning damage and are just so incredibly shocked after this.
Literally or figuratively?
Like both. A lightning bolt just comes down, smacks you really hard. 20 points of lightning damage, and you are now prone in the hallway.
Wait, don't you have like a dodging thing?
Evasive maneuvering. Yes. Evasion. When you're subjected to effect that allows you to make a dex saving throw to take only half damage, instead you take no damage if you succeed on the saving throw and only half if you fail.
So then, well, I did fail it, so then 10?
So you would take 10 instead of the 20, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dope monk shit.
I thought I
feel like every little point's gonna matter right now.
Like, I thought I had
so many hit
but
points.
I just couldn't find it.
Yeah, we
You
have so
have
many,
so
but that
many
doesn't
hit
mean
points.
anything.
Each and every hit point is precious. Should be protected.
There we go.
All right. Well, you're now prone in the middle of a hallway that is throwing down lightning strikes every once in a while.
Yeah, don't... Proceed with caution.
Alani, perhaps you can crawl back. His turtle friend in magic armor suit He's probably ill-suited for lightning hallway.
Yeah, I'm not going down there.
Or perhaps the armor will reflect. You know this word, reflect?
I'm done with you. I don't got time. Let's just keep going.
It is alright to not know the meaning of words, but it is important to be honest. This shit-eating grin is absolutely on Krutog's face.
Yeah, I'm gonna look around the room for another way. Another doorway. It's not the stairs of death.
There's multiple doors in the hallway.
Okay, I guess we can go the other way. Let's go the other way. Oh yeah, once you get out of there.
Krutog will go to the end of the hall. And it's just, so it's random. These lightning bolts just kind of fire off. There doesn't seem to be a pattern of any kind.
Not necessarily, no.
And how long is how long is the distance to the next door?
Since we're not really going like in very specific distancing things, like it's about 15 feet. Like they're spaced out fairly evenly. There's some differential between some of them because they seem to go into different rooms. But yeah, there's the first door that I think you would get to is maybe about 15 feet or so. It's fairly close.
Elani, my friend, you seem to have taken a bit of damage. How are you feeling?
I've been better.
I believe this to be true. You know, you seem like an honest fellow. So I believe I can trust you when I ask your abilities. You are quick on your feet, light even. Perhaps you could run to that nearest door and take a peek, or perhaps even the end of the hallway. Scout ahead, as it were. Do you feel like trying again?
Yeah, I can do that.
Perhaps there has been once I knew a person like you. They did not require the ground, so to speak. They had the ability to run on the walls themselves. Perhaps this will give you some advantage.
That was actually going to be the next question I asked. So with unarmed movement improvement, I can move along vertical surfaces.
Correct. You can run along walls.
I can wall run. Okay.
Yep. And across water.
Yeah, okay.
Monks are the coolest.
Should have all been monks.
Monks.
Alright, so and you said there are like many doors in this hallway?
Perhaps you can reach the end of the hall. As
6 doors.
we would like.
There's 6
6 doors.
Okay. Alright, well
If
then.
you go to the end and work back, I can try to work from this direction. Perhaps.
So I will stand up and wall run all the rest of the way to the end of the hallway.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
26.
You are anticipating this a little bit better, and lightning kind of comes down and strikes down, but as you're doing this wall running thing, you're able to kind of dip and duck out of the way, and you avoid the lightning strike that came down. And you make it to the end of the hall, where there is sort of a staircase leading down to nothing.
All right.
How does it look?
Empty.
Hmm.
Is there like a pebble on the ground or something I can just kick down the stairs? See if it bounces down and hits something?
There's might be something around there. You can take a look around the ground, see what you can find. See if there's something along the walls. There are some like sconces and torches for light.
Oh, is there a torch? Can I throw a torch down there?
You can grab a torch.
Yeah, I would like to grab a torch and toss it down the stairs and see if I could see.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, really? That's an 11.
This is the one. No, that's not the right one. Sorry. This is the right one. Okay. Again, I've never had to use all of these dice on here before, but I'm loving it. I just got a new set from my friend Lindsay, too. 6 lightning damage smacks into you. That's the full, so if you have that, that's before resistances and other things that you take away.
Okay.
And you are knocked prone. You manage to, like, reach up and grab the sconce, or the torch out of the sconce, but as you do so, you're hit and knocked prone. So you are prone with a torch in your hand.
So I'm starting to think this lightning is targeted in some way, shape, or form.
Good call.
Big old sound again. Grutog wants to look like at the walls of this hallway.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for a switch, a device, anything that gives me an indication I can turn this off.
You can do... I will give you a choice between investigation or arcana.
Ooh, I'm for sure gonna investigate. That's a 25.
As you look around, you don't see anything that looks like a switch or a button or anything that would be like an actual like lightning switch kind of a thing for the hallway. But as you're looking around and putting 2 and 2 together with everything, this is a school for magicians and mages and wizards and sorcerers and people who use magic. And so maybe it's not an actual physical thing, but more of a magical thing.
The school seems to disagree with those who do not have their arcane abilities. Anton, I could not help but notice that your left arm, it looks just a little different. Perhaps is this magical in nature? You have any arcane talents hidden up your metal sleeve? Huh? Huh? Oh, come on, that was a very good joke.
I mean, disregarding the arm thing, yeah, I mean, arcane is something we're taught in general.
Perhaps. Do you know how we can pose or relay this phenomenon without using the very special magic scroll that we will definitely want to use at a later time?
Let me look around with the arcane check. That is a 17.
17 on an arcane.
Yeah.
As you're investigating around, you can tell that there is something very magical about these lightning strikes. There seems to be maybe slight hints of glyphs that you can see from like the ceiling and along the ceiling of the hallway.
Can I actually see them?
It's very faint. You don't really know what it says. You don't know anything else, but it looks like it could be some sort of magical marking along the ceiling.
You figure this out, Anton. I will try these doors.
I'm gonna use detect magic. Just to see if I can see them better.
The hallway begins to glow as it is a somewhat magical hallway. And again, it's very hard to make them out, but there are certain glyphs written on the ceiling, kind of spread out very evenly all the way down from your door to the nothingness, which, by the way, Alani, you noticed as you are kind of maybe still prone and on the ground, has creeped up the staircase closer.
The nothingness?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. The darkness.
The nothingness.
Can I try?
It's spreading. How cool.
So like are these just like drawings in the wall, or are these like actually like stones like attached to the wall kind of thing?
It looks like they're part of the structure. It looks like they are they are now part of the building.
I'll try shooting one of the glyphs with my pew pews, because I don't know what else to do. I don't have ways of diffusing magic. So just break it. 19.
19 will hit a ceiling.
At one of the glyphs.
Sure.
How many of these glyphs are there?
It's lining, like there's just, it is spread down. It's like it's not completely like covered, but like it's very well adorned to the ceiling.
Does it look like my little pew pews do anything, like mess any of the glyph writing or anything? Kind of like breaks it, or is it just poof and just bounces off?
No, I mean it hit the ceiling and some of the rubble came down, but it looks like there's still a long line of
I
some
literally
sort of...
want to just keep shooting all these glyphs until I start cracking them. I'm trying to like break them.
So you broke the ceiling. There is no longer like a chunk of ceiling where you hit, but there's still like a line of text, essentially.
You get the impression that destroying this... Is it safe to say the impression is destroying the ceiling isn't destroying the spell?
It is not attached to the wall. I'll just give that.
Interesting.
Just was hoping.
Right. Anton, I believe that we should make haste. And while it is very fascinating to watch you remove this building to pieces brick by brick, I believe our destination will be at the end of the hall. Unless, Alani, is there any reason that we should not be journeying to you?
I can no longer see like half of the staircase.
Is this causing you distress, or does this seem like a good not seeing the rest of the staircase, you know? It is important to have an optimistic outlook in these moments. This is something my uncle taught me.
Not in this moment.
How far is he from, like, if I'm at the entrance, how far is he from, like, the entrance?
If we're saying like 15 feet and the doors are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know what the math is. 100 feet. It's a fairly long
Got it.
hallway.
And I made it to the staircase.
And he's just at the staircase, and it's just dark.
That's not dark. There's
It's nothingness.
It's just
Nothing.
nothing.
And
Is
the,
it-
the nothingness is getting closer.
Alani, is it like the voids that we saw in the corners of the room earlier? You know what I'm saying. You know this word void?
It is exactly like the corners of the room.
This is troublesome. Friend, perhaps you shall come back and remind me. There are doors in this other room that we're in, right? There was a hallway and another door.
Yes. So you went one direction down that hall, and there's another door towards the other direction.
Okay. Yeah. Krutog is gonna look at Anton and say, "Perhaps you stay here. I will check this first door. If it is not lucrative, we will continue back the other way." Eh? And I'm gonna run without waiting for a response. I'm gonna dart towards the nearest door down this hall and like throw it open.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
I will do the thing. That's a 21.
You managed to just run straight down and avoid getting hit by lightning as you bust open this door. And you said it was going to be like one of the first doors.
Yeah. Hello, I'm here to help.
You burst through this area, this door, and you see a fairly well, maybe medium, not super large, but medium-sized lecture hall. It's arranged like a small amphitheater. Some rows of tables and chairs arranged in like a half-moon formation, facing a small raised stage at the far end. You announce yourself as, "I'm here to help."
Hello, I'm here to help.
And that helps because there is a giant man in stained battle robes with wild black hair and a beard. In his hands, he wields both a battle staff and a sword. Huddled behind his bulk are 8 young students in apprentice robes and a teenage girl with flowing black hair, her hands at the ready to send loose a spell.
And it looks like they're attacking this large figure?
No. The large figure is standing in front of them.
Okay.
Ready
like protecting them.
to
Okay.
attack you.
Yeah.
But-
Hello, I'm here to help.
You said, "Hello, I'm here to help." And before he can even let off his warning, he says, "Oh, thank goodness. They have sent help." And he kind of looks you once over, and maybe a capable crew it looks like.
I was at some of us have not the most wisdom in our head, but you did not hear that from me. Can any of you be doing with the zappies in the hallway?
I don't believe we can. Those were warded before this whole event happened.
I understand.
We couldn't find a safe way out, and he looks around and kind of points, and in this room there are patches of nothingness growing.
Yes, you see, this is problem and seems to be taking over our entire school. So staying put is not an option. I will stick my head back out into the hallway and look at Alani. Alani, work this way and check the doors. There are students in here. Anton, prepare to receive refugees. And Krutog will kind of like pop back in the room and be like, "Listen, I am sure there is much to explain. There is a small man who appears turtle-like in the hall. He would be best to give that information to. In the meantime, I will help you pass through here as quickly as possible, all right? My name is Krutog."
How far did you stick your head into the hallway?
Just like you know that gif where it's the guy who does the thumbs up where he like leans out and goes like that much, yeah.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Come on, baby. That's a 20, bud.
You're able to like, hey, get ready, and then you come back in right as the lightning strikes down on you.
I just picture it being nonchalant too.
Yeah, it's 100% like Alani, check the other doors, and don't, and like as I do, like lean back in, a lightning bolt like smashes the door frame.
This giant man is like, I don't know if that's best, but if we need to get these folks out of here, that would be as much help as we can get. Yes.
It is up to you, my friend. Perhaps you stay here and get consumed by the nothing, or perhaps it passes. But my left kidney tells me that moving is more appropriate.
Only if they can go unscathed. I do not want any of these students hurt. Do you understand me?
I will do my best. And I put my hand out. Again, the name is Krutag. You do not happen to be a giant, no? Or just large in stature?
I believe I am just large in stature. I am kosher brune.
It is a pleasure, kosher. Let us get these children's and book-learned folks out of here, huh?
All of the students seem to be a little hesitant, especially one, the younger student, who is kind of fidgeting a little bit, and it's just like, I don't know if that's the best idea. I think we should just stay here until everything's okay.
Time out. So I'm a Goliath, and as such, I'm very, very strong.
Yeah.
Let me double check. Let's see. I gotta find it. Sorry. You count as one size larger when determining your carry capacity and the weight I can push, drag, or lift. Let's see. Which means I'm not a medium. I'm a large creature carrying capacity by me. There we go. I get double their carrying capacity for each size above medium. So, how much? Okay. All right. Yeah. So I'm a big old boy. I weigh around 300 pounds. Meaning I can carry. How much can I carry? Let's see.
Well, I guess instead of getting too technical with it, you're intending to just pick up a bunch of these.
I pick up multiple of them. Like, I want them to be draping me as I then will utilize my ability to just carry them out. You said there were 8 of them?
There are 8 students, and one other teenage girl.
Great. So a +2 strength Goliath can carry 480. I'm a +4 strength Goliath. So I'm pretty sure as long as I can get these kids like on my form, I can carry all of them. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna, like, seeing the one get nervous, go, actually, these kosher, perhaps I will just carry them. Go over and like, excuse me, yes, I'm going to need to, yep. It's just gonna start picking them up.
No, it's way too scary to do that.
No, you're just going to have to hold on, like, hold on right here. You see this? You hold on. It's careful. Yep, now don't squirm too much or you will kill your friend.
If there's harm coming to these students, especially after they go out there, I am very hesitant of this.
Kosher, I'm happy to leave you here, but I've been hired. I am a harper. I must be getting up the going. You know this word? Harpers.
I am somewhat familiar, yes. He's gonna like look around to these students and say, like, this is Make a persuasion check for me.
I feel in great. That's a 15. That's with a +0. It doesn't get much better than that. I understand kosher, but you stay here, you get nothing. You come with me, perhaps you not get nothing.
I am not a fan of this, but okay, yes, let's go. And the small girl is actually going to be first towards the door, and she is going to slam the door shut.
Oh, shit.
And she is going to be very stern and say, no, we can't leave.
Right. Kurtog curses him, giant. Why are we not with the leaving? You cannot see the happenings of the goings-ons?
Can see just fine, but it's too dangerous out there and we need to stay. You should just go and take care of whatever it is, and then we'll go.
And if all right, excellent. You tell me where I need to be going then, because there are 6 more doors. I can run into 6 more bratty girls like you that refuse to be rescued. Help me help you. Where is it that I must go?
I don't know.
Right.
It's not here, obviously. You should just
right,
go.
It's not here, so we should take you out into that room where there is less of the downstairs.
where there's lightning. Okay,
Well,
we're
just in
not
the
all
hallway.
big and tough like you. If we get struck by lightning, we're just gonna die, okay?
Kurtog's gonna like approach her and get down on a knee and put his elbow on his knee and go, perhaps we got off on the wrong foot. I know that you are scared.
What?
Yes, you have every reason to be, huh?
I'm not scared. I just want this to be over with. So maybe you should go, check out the other rooms and see if there's. Go figure out whatever is happening.
All right, I am happy to do this, little girl, but 2 things before I go. Number 1, you will tell me everything that you know about what is happening here, so I might be
I don't
this
know
quickly.
what's happening here. Isn't that what you were sent here to find out? Like, what is going on?
I'm gonna lean forward. I'm absolutely trying to intimidate this girl. Like,
Okay, roll.
I
do what
do
you're
not
gonna do,
like to
but you're
repeat
gonna roll
myself.
intimidation.
yeah, I do not like to repeat myself. God, if I can't intimidate this little girl, I'm gonna be sad. 17.
Give me a second.
I won't make this little girl cry.
Hold on, give me
Just grab her by a shirt and just lift her like 10 feet in the air.
I just want that hulking presence of like a very large man, a very large, recently 50-year-old man, aged beyond his years.
Let's.
Why this happened? Hey, Lonnie, the door just shut where everyone was. Maybe, I don't know. Check it out. You know.
If I can make it to that door, I can. It probably won't be a good idea to check the ones closer.
I mean, for all we know, they could be getting unalived in there or something. I just check.
That would be the lucky ones.
You concern me.
Nothing. It was, I just... Lightning hurts.
Yep. While this is happening, I'm actually gonna pop dark vision. And just look down that hallway.
Okay.
Of the voidness. Just to see if I see anything different.
There's nothing.
Just wanted to make sure.
I I would like to try to make it to the door closest to me.
All right, do a dexterity saving throw.
All right. 20.
You are getting used to these strikes and maybe can time it out a little bit better, and so you jump into that door. Before we get to you, let's go back to Krutag, who is trying to really get into the mind of this little girl, and she is holding her ground, and she is just like, no. What is the point of rescuing us if whatever's gonna happen is gonna, like, blow up the whole area or something anyway? Like, you should find out what's going on first.
I would like to do that, little girl.
Okay,
But
then
it would
go
seem
do
you're
that.
standing
We'll
in my
be
way
here.
currently.
Go, we'll be here. And she steps out of the way.
Krutog
Right.
looks back. Does this little brat speak for all of you? None of you know anything of any interest or help?
All of the students are just very scared and looking at each other. They're like, this wasn't covered at orientation.
You are a very scary little girl. I respect that about you.
Yeah, Kosher is just looking at her and everybody else is like, no matter what, I have just made a dedication to protect these students. After all, I am the professor for defensive arts, defensive magic, but
Then
if it's
perhaps
not
you can
safe,
hold this room?
I will stay and protect these students with all my might as much as I can. And
Alright, this is fine. Painting men in the hallway. Talk to us about strange followers worshipping stranger beasts. Do you know anything of these?
I am not 100% sure, but I don't think that what happened here was a natural event. I think it was caused. And
Summoned even.
so if there was something foul happening, I suppose that it would be done by some terrible characters.
Alright. Krutog, who's still been on his knee this entire time, is going to turn back and look at the little girl. I promised you two things. The first, you were too difficult, but the second, I hope you will listen. I will be leaving this room, and I will
Okay.
go out and I will do my best to stop it.
Okay, go.
If I cannot, I want you to know, in the deepest parts of your soul, I want you to look at each of your friends here. Remember all the good times that you had with and know, and he'll put 2 fingers on her chest, that you are the one that doomed them all. Tap tap her face, and I'm gonna get up and walk out. I hope you can sleep at your night, little girl.
I will sleep just fine. I don't know what makes you think any of these people are my friends or whatever, but whatever. Go. Do whatever you're gonna do. Solve the thing, okay? God.
I will do my best. And I'm gonna dart. I'll pop into the hall. Anton, they're not coming. They're a bunch of sissy pants. He's gonna move to the next door.
You're a massive being. Literally just drag them out. Like,
Personal autonomy is very
time.
important and close to Krutog's heart, and it's important to me that you know this, turtle man.
As you head out into the hall, let's
You know this word, autonomy?
do your dexterity saving throw.
$24.
You manage to just like dart across the hall. You know exactly where the next door is, and you are going to bust through that door. But before we talk about your door, so when you say the next door, you're doing a different door than where Alani is.
Yeah.
Your door we'll come to in a second. Alani's door, you open it up and you see what most of what used to be a large alchemy lab and teaching area. It used to be that because right now there is a large undulating mass of semi-translucent goo. The ebbing flashes of light can be seen. There's ebbing flashes of light that can be seen within the milky mass. And as you watch the goo surge, it's actually kind of turned its attention towards you, and it's heading in your direction. As you see that past the goo, you see a grim-faced man in gray robes standing in a guarded position in front of 3 students. He's attempting to maintain an orb-shaped wall of blue force that has spared them from the flashing white blob. This blob is heading in your direction, so Alani, roll for initiative.
Oh, wow.
Hello, I'm here to help.
That is a 20, a dirty 20.
Okay. Where's my 20s? D20s. Okay. We'll start with just you two. The other two have no idea what's going on because one is down the hall and one is busting into a different door. The ooze is coming at you, but you have first action. So what do you do?
Hopefully make quick work of it. I'm gonna roll to hit. Unarmed strike. Oop, that's a 10.
Do it again.
It hits.
It
Oh
hits.
shit.
Alright, so 5 damage. And then I'm gonna roll to hit again then. That's a 12.
That hits.
And then 8 damage.
Sorry, let me use this. Excuse me, I need my mouse.
And then I would like to use Flurry of Blows. That's a 26 to hit.
That's gonna hit.
And 9. And then that's a 13 to hit.
That's still gonna hit, yeah.
Yeah. And then 8 damage. And I would like to... see, I would like to knock it back 15 feet. And that is a strength saving throw of 12.
It succeeded.
Darn.
Let me do a quick check here because you just knocked in that. Okay. Okay. So that last thing you did was just to knock it back.
It was yeah. Whenever you hit with one of your flurry of blows, you can oppose one of the following effects. Well, like You succeeded. Well, yeah, you succeeded. So
Got it. Okay, got it. I just wanted to make sure, yeah, how that fell into the whole thing. Okay.
yeah, like it still did the damage on the last one, but you just succeeded the extra effect.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna do that as it's read. So it is looking very hurt, and it is going to wiggle its way towards you and kind of just like goop its way towards you. There's no other good way of describing this.
You know this word, goop?
Oh, this is where I'm. Okay, sorry. Let me. Oops. Do that. And that was all. Yeah, so actually, do that. So yeah, it's going to goop towards their direction and give me an intelligence saving throw.
Oh my god.
Those are words you do not want to hear.
15.
You're going to take half of 25, so we're gonna do
13?
13. Yeah, the lower. Go on the lower end.
The lower end?
Yeah.
Oh, 12.
So 12 then. Yeah, 12, 24, 12. Yeah. Psychic damage.
Okay.
It kind of gave like this weird like thing in your direction, then like slurps back down to its shape again. I'm going to give a quick non-initiative turn here to Krutog and Anton.
Anton, you just watched me insult a little girl and dart into another room.
I see no problems with this.
Primo adventuring.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Anton, what are you up to before I talk to Krutog, since we've split up the party a little bit here?
Do I hear the fighting at all, or is it just like?
You can make a perception check to see if you heard anything going on.
Sure. I rolled an 11.
Sounds like there's some activity, but you can't tell exactly what's going on. It sounds like there's rustling and things. And it's a little bit difficult to hear because Krutog just burst into a casting, summoning practice chamber.
Hello, I'm here to help.
You enter in and there's a swirling chaos of flames and magic. There's a tall, lean woman dressed in red wizard's robes. The right side of her face a mask of scars, and her eye is replaced with a gemstone, wildly wielding 2 wands. She's embattled with a gaggle of goblin-sized creatures, seemingly made of fire and molten rock.
Did you say gaggle?
A gaggle. I don't know if that's the official...
This is the official term for small fire elementals. You have gaggles of them.
But yes,
Blocks
there's
for water.
There's a bunch of these little creatures. She throws out a couple. She throws out a couple spells and ends up knocking a few of them. There's a good way, there's a good amount of them that get destroyed. But as soon as one or two of them are done, a few more start to come through these portals, and they ooze their way in.
I see this woman as I yell, "I'm here to help!" like kind of like oh, but then I'll just at one moment lean just out into the hall, yell, "Anton, we need the pew pew!" and I will unsheath my sword and turn towards these small creatures and be like, my name is Krutag. I am here. I'm here to help." And he'll just move towards them and start engaging.
Okay. Give me an initiative roll.
I would love to do that. That's a 21. I'm gonna be really sad when Krutag dies forever. I like this character a lot.
When I get a chance, I'm gonna try to run over.
There's
wherever Crouton is.
so much happening right now. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Please.
Lightning hurts.
It's my 13, but I'm gonna use my flash of genius to add +2 to my saving throw. So 15.
You manage to dodge out of the way. You do not take any lightning damage or fall prone. And you enter the room with the fire room, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Give me that tasty initiative roll.
I got a 12.
Okay.
As soon as Anton enters the door, you kind of see him slump over, like, and then just looks back up.
Shoot, this is a little... Sorry. This is a little...
So everyone's just dodging the lightning left and right. Meanwhile, lightning striking the same place twice over here.
Really?
Poor Alani.
Sorry, I'm not finding the thing that I want to find, so I'm going to do this a different way because throughout all of this, you have heard another boom. So let's go to this battle with these fire creatures. Let's say right now there's 4 of them. 2 that were there and 2 just came out of the portal. This really, if I can have a personal moment of privilege, badass looking wizard.
Oh, yeah. Krutag has big crush.
Yeah, is throwing out some spells their way and knocks out another one. Notices that you guys came up behind her. It's like, great, take care of these. I'm gonna go try and stop this. And she like moves a bit in the direction of one of the portals.
Towards one of the portals?
Yes.
Okay.
Krutag, you're up.
As she moves, he's going to... but wait, you should wait and we can go with you! As he then, like, takes the sword and is going to stab it down at one of these little dudes. And is going to miss in a big fashion. He's distracted by a pretty lady.
I'm going to take these very simply, but as a critical miss, that is going to miss.
Yeah.
So this thing manages to, like, shimmy out of the way a little bit and avoid your physical attack.
He calls that out as Anton kind of comes through the door and like sighs and, how nice of you to join! And he's going to sidestep and point at the one that was behind him as I use the help action to give you advantage for the next attack.
All that wisdom really helps out, huh?
As he kind of like is pointing, he goes, huh? And he's going to turn to the woman who's like running through the portal.
She's running to the portal, I should point out. She's running to it.
Yeah.
Next in the initiative order, we're going to switch back over to the blob fight. Alani, it is your turn.
All right. See if I can end this really quickly again. Make an unarmed attempt to hit. That's a 24.
That hits.
And that's 7 damage.
Okay.
And then... that's a critical miss. But then I'll use Flurry of Blows. That's a 26. And that one's for 9 damage. That's a 23. That one's for 5.
Okay. You're going to hear from inside the bubble as now the person inside is currently concentrating on keeping this sort of defensive bubble up around these students, and he's finally going to look at you and say, "What are you doing? Why are you trying to punch goo? You should probably find a different way of disarming it, sending it away, something, but you're not doing anything to it."
You want me to disarm goo?
Something, anything than what you're currently doing. And he is going to, like, really focus on keeping this barrier up. It is the Goop's turn. And we're gonna do... Ooh. I think that's a 12. Does a 12 hit?
Nope.
Does a 13 hit?
Oh, you're still going.
Does a 16 hit?
That one hit. Oh damn, talk shit, get hit.
Okay, we are going to do... 11 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And 7 acid damage. What kind of armor are you wearing?
None.
Okay.
Monks have no armor for that unarmored movement.
That's
Yep.
fair. Think I'm still gonna make a note here, but we're just gonna do it a little bit differently. And so yes, this ooze is just kind of undulating and wants to take you out. Firefight. We are back to Anton. Is now your turn.
Oh. He peeps. I didn't get an advantage, right?
You get advantage on your first attack.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if you actually gave it to me or if you were just
Yeah. No.
pointing
Yeah,
out
I
the
did.
obvious.
I did. Yeah.
I shoot. I guess I'd be shooting at the one like closest to the mage lady. Sure.
Okay.
Come off of it. A 24.
That hits. You are able to smack that one, and it kind of poofs in smoke and ash.
And I attack the next closest one to her. For a 26.
It just kind of explodes in smoke and ash.
Yeah, I mean, that's all I got
Okay.
left.
So you destroyed 2 of them, and as those 2 go away, from each of the portals come 1 more apiece. There is still a total of 4 of these things on the battlefield. We're going back up to Krutag.
Yeah, I'm gonna slash at one of them, moving towards this woman who's running towards one of the portals.
Mm-hmm.
My lady, take me with you.
We are not going anywhere. You would not want to even go where this thing is going. Just help get rid
My
of
lady
these
would-
things. Let me concentrate.
With you, I will go anywhere. As he hacks across this one, a 22 to hit.
Poof. Explodes
Okay.
in.
So we just have to hit them. It seems is the deal.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be benevolent about this information. They're just little peons of things for this.
That's phenomenal. I'm gonna then take one of my daggers then, just
Mm-hmm.
out as I'm following her and chuck it at one of them as for a 25 to hit. And yeah, Krutag is following this sorceress who has captured his heart through the portal.
Okay. Again, she's just heading towards the portal, and as she reaches the portal, she throws out kind of in a strange array, like a weird movements with her wands, as she kind of. It's almost like she's using the wands as like sewing needles, and she starts to move back and forth, and she sort of does this incantation, and I did pretty well on that. So she is able to sort of sew this one portal shut. Next up is Alani. Back to the ooze.
Did that go?
Alright. So, punching it isn't working. I did leave the door open, so I'm going to disengage into the hallway for about half my movement speed and hope this thing's followed.
Okay, roll a dexterity saving throw.
That is a 24.
You totally fine. You are now in the hallway. I'd say you're able to like make it into the hallway and like down the hallway a bit. Anything else you're doing on your turn?
Where is it? While I have this distance between me and the goop, I'm gonna use wholeness of body to heal 30 HP.
You try to use wholeness of body to heal, and you feel as this great warm feeling comes over your body, but the injuries that you sustained and like the headache that you got from this psychic damage does not seem healed at all. You did not heal any of the HP.
Okay, now I'm scared.
Anything else you'd like to do?
No, that's it.
Okay. The ooze is going to kind of squeeze up against the door, and it is going to stay there, just covering the door. Let's shift back to Anton. You've got one portal open and two of these little things out and about, squirming around. It is of good note that there was another boom during these battles.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just pew pew. I mean, 14.
Poof, it's gone.
15.
There are no more of these little annoying little firebug things, but there is still one portal open. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
No. Unfortunately not.
Okay. We're back up to Krutog, but before Krutog, you are able to swoon anymore. There is another little fire creature that ekes out of the portal.
Understanding that she's not actually trying to leave, and like as she's sewing the portal shut, like he would have turned to see the other one, and I like kind of want to, like, it's like an in motion.
Mm-hmm.
He would run, like kind of picking up his dagger as he moves, to kind of like stand on the table, stand on the chair, stand on the table, and like launch towards the portal. So when this thing comes out, he just slams it, hopefully, down into this thing. Because that would be very cool. That's a 12.
I think that's okay.
Excellent.
Yeah, you slam right into it, and it just kind of like melts into a puddle of cool-looking smoke in and around you that kind of billows up.
Yeah, superhero
around
landing.
you, and it doesn't linger there long, so you're able to even, like, if you want to turn around and give a little wink back, you can.
He who will like carefully like rise to his knees without looking back and like roll his shoulders, like flexing his back real nice, before like turning on his heel and say, "Milady," and like bowing is like, "Here is the remaining portal for you, my long lost love."
Hey,
Yeah.
you know that's bad for your knees, right, old man?
Krutog does not seem to hear the barb or engage at all.
Yeah, great. Good. Keep it like that. That's fine. And she's going to run up and throw this whole big thing, mixing it back and forth and back and forth. And I need to do a couple things here. She's having a hard time concentrating on closing this portal. Okay, and we're gonna do. Whoop. There's a very weird air in this room. As she's throwing this spell in and around to try and like force the portal closed. She and actually Yeah, just she is going to take some damage, and it looks like she really hurt herself while trying to do this. And so she kind of breaks the concentration and takes a step back. This damned room! I can't do this right. And she'll brace herself to try it again. Alani, you're now in the hallway.
All right, and is the goop like pressed up against the door, or like it's completely covering, or is it just like in the doorway?
It is in the doorway. It has sort of become the doorway.
All right, there's no going back in there. Ooh. Yeah, there's no going back in there. Can I like try to exit the battle if I'm already not exiting?
Disengage?
Would that be it?
I mean, you're technically not like you're not anywhere near this thing, so you can move freely wherever you'd like.
Okay.
Like you are currently not within a melee range of this thing,
yeah.
So you wouldn't have to worry about, again, before you were, so that was a disengage, but this is just you can move wherever you want to move.
All right, I'm just gonna yell out to the old man, like, do you know how to get rid of this thing?
You don't hear any response back.
Cool.
So
all right. I feel like there's nothing left to do but try another door.
Tried.
Yeah. Is there a door across the hallway?
Yeah, you have opened 3 according to my count, and so there are 3 more doors.
Okay. I would like to just move on to the door across the hallway, probably whichever one closest to me.
Sure. Dexterity saving throw.
Uh-huh. That's a 12.
No, you're good. You manage to bear your footing, get kind of situated again, and then jump into another room. Or so you think, because this room seems to be locked. So you just kind of bang on this door. You still don't get hit by the lightning, but knock on this door and it's locked.
All right. Well, can I just start making my way down the hallway, while moving closer to where the rest of the party used to be? Well, basically the beginning of the hallway.
Yeah, you could make your way back down that direction. You're gonna have to make another dexterity saving throw.
Yeah.
And I will say you use the rest of your movement to get to that location.
17.
You've got these lightning bolts down to a science, so you're good. As you're passing by one door that's open, you hear some activity going on inside, which you can see some things going on. You don't really know what's going on, what's happening, but there's a ruckus. And unless you want to do anything right away, I think we're going to move to Anton.
Yeah, I think if I'm out of movement, yeah, that's it.
Okay. Yeah, you just kind of saw, like, your fellow teammates here are doing something, but you're not sure what yet. So Anton, you're up next.
Is there anything to shoot?
Not currently.
Alani's just entered the room? Or...
He's just, like, outside of the door, yeah. He was kind of, like, running back towards the other hallway and maybe did, like, a skid stop and be like, there you are.
How are things on that end? Like, things, rescue, people, time, what's going on? Come on, Alani. Come on.
Yeah, there's an old guy and some kids trapped in the hallway in the door further down, being guarded by large slime. No, punching it didn't work.
Yeah, I figured as much. Alright, man.
And it's now blocking the door.
Okay. Okay. I am going to try to make my way down there. I guess. I'm gonna roll my dex saving throw for getting down the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
12.
You made it.
Cool.
These rolls, I tell you, are a lot better than I thought they were going to be. They are in your favor tonight.
Are they?
And the thing is in my way, right? So
there's a goop by that door.
there's a goop.
Yep.
So I'm gonna use a thunder wave right in the doorway of the goop.
Ooh, that's
So I need to
paralysis.
make a con save of 13.
Screw you, Lavender D20. That's a nat 1.
Hell
I
yeah,
like-
get him.
So it'll take 2d8 thunder damage.
Well,
and
what
push.
level are you casting that at?
1.
You try to make this attempted spell go off, and it doesn't.
Does it eat up the slot? Just so I can mark it down.
It does nothing.
Second attack.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll try it at a level 2.
Alright, let me try the same
that's
thing
a-
again.
Con is
Double
again.
strength.
That's a second level. Ooh, that's a 12. But this spell doesn't do anything.
Still, even at second level?
Yep.
Damn, I'm useless, guys. I got nothing. Yeah, I got nothing. Yeah, that is my attacks. That's all I got.
There's another 2 of these little fire buddies that climb out of this other portal. Can you please help me concentrate? We need to fix this. We're running out of time. Krutog.
Absolutely. I'm going to try and attack them. Did it do short sword? 18 on one.
Poof.
And then I will dagger with the other. 16.
Poof.
And look at Elani in the door. Oh, hello, friend. We are dispatching of small fire things for this very wonderful person. And that's Krutog's turn. He's just gonna try and keep these away so she can focus.
Okay. She's going to make another attempt to close this portal. That does not go well. And I said this. I just need to look up.
I just love the sound of like 20 dice landing at the same time.
Woof. She is working on it, and this next attempt that she did looks like it just knocked the breath out of her, and she is just like on the ground. She is not doing very well. And she is just very pained. She's like, please, I just need to get it right once. I just need to get it right once.
Deep breaths. You have this.
Alani. You're up.
Krutog's gonna, like, seeing that she's faltering, is going to, like, look like he's gonna move to her and will say, just stand by this portal. They will come through and you can, wait and crush them as they come.
Yeah, so I will move to the opposite side of the portal and try to get whatever these fire things are coming out. Hopefully I draw their attention.
Okay. I'm actually going to skip ahead a little bit because the rest of this is going to be basically waiting for more fire things to show up and 4 more do. That's the one problem. This dice is really hard to read. Okay. But she is able to close the portal. And as she does, she is just absolutely spent. She is knocked completely unconscious.
I catch her! Honeybee!
You hold on tight as she goes down, and she is just breathless, out of energy, and she is barely able to speak after closing all of these portals. I'll take out the battle music, but as all of this battle was raging on and you could hear this energy, this something that's happening, you could tell just out of the corner of your eye, the nothingness just kept spreading in various corners here, various corners there. From the hallway, you hear the rest of the doors just kind of burst open. And as you turn your attention to the door, you see that little girl, the teenage girl, come walking by the doorway you're at. And she just kind of walks by the doorway and looks in your direction as she's fidgeting with this little necklace thing that she has. And she gives a little smile.
Bitch.
And she walks past.
Should have knocked her out.
She walks past. What do you guys want to do? We're gonna be doing a couple final actions here. So.
Yep. It's very straightforward. I see this little turd biscuit sneer at us as he walks through the door, and Krutog looks down at this like spent mage. I would like to medicine check to make sure like she's stable and not just like gonna die, if that makes sense. And as I do, I like look at Alani and say, "We will take her. She is powerful magic user. If we can bring her to, perhaps she can use that dispel magic. We will follow that little shit to the center of this whole thing, and we will solve this problem." Huh?
Okay, do a medicine check.
Come on, baby. 15. I'm scared.
She's unconscious, but still hanging on.
Okay. Yeah, and then I'm gonna pick her up, and just this giant man will cradle this magnificent mage in his arms, his one true love.
Okay.
And he's gonna like move to the door to check and watch this creepy ass little girl trap her way down the hall. He's following her wherever she's going. I feel that she was a little shit.
You just were able to tell that she walked into a door that was off to the side. Alani would know this was the door that he tried to get into previously that has now been ripped open. In fact, there's no door there at all right now. And she walks into that room. Do you all follow?
I would follow.
Yeah, Krutog does for sure.
Okay. Anton, are you following?
Yeah.
Anton, my friend, do you have any ability to heal?
I can't do anything right now. No, it's fizzling.
We will have to hope that her strength will carry her through.
So you know this little girl?
I will try to cast Cure Wounds.
Okay. Before you do that, everybody make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oops,
That's a 22, baby.
that's a 20.
12 plus 2. 2? Yeah, 2. Using my last.
You got a 2 or you got...
Well, plus 2.
14.
Damn.
Last blaster genius.
You guys really did luck out with all this. So no lightning as you're making your way through.
Dex is my saving throw. I have a plus 8 to it. Like, failing that would have been big ribs.
Yeah.
Oh.
I had a plus 8 to mine. I was getting clapped.
Yeah, you're getting wrecked, buddy.
I just got lucky. And, well, I had my stupid little thing to help me modify it, but...
You're casting Cure Wounds?
Yeah, I'm trying to cast Cure Wounds on this.
And you're doing it in the hallway.
Yes.
Actually, I need to ask that. Are you doing it in the hallway or are you doing it in the room where the portals were?
I'm gonna leave it up to Crouton's discretion because that's where you would have been
I
asking.
imagine that we met in the hall. Like, I want to be honest about it. Like, I feel like that's where we would be.
Yeah, unfortunately, I agree with that.
Like, it's almost like I'm moving towards Anton with the mage.
Right, I almost forgot about her.
We're at, like, opposite ends of the...
You got a +8. I'm just gonna let it go. Okay, so you do this in the hallway, and you feel the magic release. You've done this spell a few times before, and you feel the magic release and go out and away, and nothing happens to...
Oh.
There's no healing done.
My queen. Krutog's, just for the sake of experience, Krutog will watch this happen and look at Anton, and you'll see that he's like legitimately devastated that she's not come to. And he will say, "My brother, I ask you, I'm going to go in there and face the demon that is that little girl. Will you stay near her? And if she wakes, ask her to use the magic scroll that we found. She is a powerful magic user, and if she cannot, I know that you can. Will you do this for me? Please, my friend."
You want me to stay out here?
No, we'll be in the room, just a little far back.
I'll keep an eye on her. I can promise that.
Thank you.
But I think you're going to need me in this fight if it's really as bad as we all think it's going to be.
Yes. And Krutog's going to step into the room.
Okay.
I think we're all going to, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's going in?
Well, she's coming in with us, right?
Yeah, I'm carrying her.
Everybody's going in. Yep.
Okay.
As you step in, you see what appears to have been a makeshift ritual circle. This room was a grand sort of ballroom, and in the center, you can see the final versions of these once humanoid persons being shifted and molded into actually a creature that you, the players, have all seen before. A twisted creature of spikes and claws and a giant singular eye. I'd say, given all of your experience, like your character's experience, you know that they have all now been turned, or are in the process of turning, into Nothics. They are finishing up all of this movement as one larger Nothic in the center of it all stands tall and proud, seems to be looking at the teenage girl, very prideful, almost beaming. The Nothic looks at all of you and says, in your minds, "Thank you. Without your help, none of this would have happened." Except right underneath him, there is one final and you stand there and see nothing where he once was. And the nothing spreads out further and further. The girl takes a few steps back, but as she takes a few steps back, she hits a wall, and the wall itself becomes nothing, and then she is nothing. There is
We gotta go.
massive
Gotta go.
amounts of nothing crawling and crawling all in the room as the other Nothics are scurrying around. Some of them reaching it and nothing.
How fast is this moving?
It is spreading very quickly.
Krutog's going to turn towards the door, still with this mage in his hands, and look at the two of them and just run.
Okay.
Yep.
And
Gotta
we are
book
out
it.
of there.
You head out into the hallway. The nothing has fully enveloped from the back staircase. The ooze is like slipping. There's like a piece of the ooze that is like squirming now. The rest of it left behind as this little piece just kind of squeaks by, and you see it kind of squirm underneath another door. There's still pieces left, but the darkness, this nothing is growing. But there's still pieces of the building left. Everybody make dexterity saving throws.
Oh shit, I'm scared. That's a 21.
That's an 11.
That is a nat 20, so 21. We are determined. Hopefully.
I'm going to do it this time. Actually, Krutog, roll me another one, because you're going to do this actually at disadvantage.
You're carrying someone.
I know, but I have like the super mega carry strength because I'm a Goliath. I know what
Yeah.
you're saying. 12.
Okay. I'll give this to you. You get hit with the lightning.
Okay.
Who was that? Yeah. Alani and Krutog get hit with the lightning. Where is my... Oh, that's a 10. I can't tell any of these dice apart. No, these ones. Okay. This is only 2. So 14 lightning damage before any resistances and things.
7 for me.
You are going to get hit, Krutog, as you brace yourself and actually take the damage in place of this your
Yep. Yep.
This
person in
mage
tow. And you'll be okay as you steel yourself, but yeah, Alani, since you definitely did not make that, you're going to be knocked prone as you move through the hallway.
Ooh.
Unless someone helps you up.
I have my bonus action help that I can do, but that's about it.
You are also carrying somebody. Is
Yeah,
Anton
exactly.
I'd be helping him get back up.
Okay. So Krutog's going to be in the lead, and Alani and Anton are making their way into the next hallway. You make your way through the hallway of the images, the pictures, right? The door that is in front of you that was down the other hall, well, there's nothing. And you quickly turn down into the hallway of these portraits, and a few of the portraits are no longer. There is nothing. And a few of them are talking, and what's going on? I feel this feels quite strange, and there's more just nothing as you continue to run down the hall. As you get to the foyer is mostly nothing. There is a few places left to walk, but the nothing is closing fast. Do you continue to move?
Yeah, Kurtog is full Goliath sprint. Like, he's not even looking back at this point. He trusts that his buddies are doing their best as well.
Okay.
And he's just ripping this, like, one person he's trying to save.
Make me, all of you, make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh.
No, it's an 8.
I got a 23. It's my good stat.
That's a 12.
Shit.
Don't I do something with Constitution? No, I don't. That's a 12.
Oof. It's better than my 8, bro. Better than my 8.
So
I'll see you on the other side.
was that two of you failed that?
Yeah.
If the
I would assume, yeah.
if the DC is 13.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Anton, what did you roll, Anton?
23. It's my good stat.
Damn, no kidding. So yeah. Kurtog and Alani, you know what's going on. Kurtog.
Yeah.
And Alani.
Yo.
You are racing towards the exit, and actually you feel like you're a little bit quicker on your feet than usual, and you move very quickly towards the portal, and one by one you slip out. You feel the same way that you did going in, but sort of like in reverse. Kurtog, you have aged 13 years.
Okay.
Not that it matters right now, but you would have suffered a bunch of penalties to your abilities.
Okay.
As such. And Alani, you are now 10 years older. And I think because that was also part of it, you don't have to worry about it right now, but you would have also suffered some
Like
penalties.
added on to the earlier
Yes.
age? Okay.
Yes. So you have aged a lot so far as you exit the portal and breach the other side. Yes.
Can I try
Anton?
using the scroll to close the portal to just dispel it?
There's not really a need. You all jump out of the portal and kind of hoof it a safe distance away. And slowly but surely, even this portal becomes just nothing. And you're all standing there watching this now sort of blank field. There's not nothing anymore, but empty grass, some trees, some wildflowers. And as you gaze upon this empty field in between other buildings and other areas, and you look around to everyone else, you start to wonder to yourselves, that was strange. Krutog and Alani, you feel older, but you don't remember all that time that passed. Krutog, you look down and you're holding this unconscious woman, and you think to yourself, wow, she's pretty badass. I think I like this. I think I like this woman. I don't know why I'm holding her, but
I am a very lucky man.
she looks pretty badass. And you sort of quickly put it together that, like, something is going on here, and you just, oh, maybe I should take her to somebody. And there are people standing around and all of that, kind of looking at each other very curiously. Not really sure why they're on the front lawn or the front quad, and not really understanding what has just happened. You can try and you try and put all of these pieces together, but try as you might, you just can't think of what happened with all of this lost time with these strange people, why you are even here. It just kind of comes back with nothing. And that's going to do it for us tonight on Beyond Power Beyond.
Amazing.
What
Rip.
a session. Could have been worse.
It was so good. It was so good.
I kind of feel so bad. I wish my character would have died.
You,
Yeah.
No, I love this. Krutog forever.
I mean, I'm happy my character is alive, but like, out of how many was it? Like 21. We saved one.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it though, because it's such this like wonderful like gut punch of a
It really
like
is.
we like found people we were like could say that we were just like too late, and I love that, and we like don't know it because our memories are
I
like
knew.
it's
I
so
knew we should have
good.
knocked out that little girl. I knew it. Just like the last time. There's always that one person you just knock out, and you deal with
So
consequences if it doesn't work out. But you never know.
Bro, she got turned to nothing. She faced her consequences. Like,
Yeah, but like at what
But-
cost?
But like she did it. She
I don't
won.
we don't even know is the thing. We don't even know at what cost.
I
Like,
know they're so bad.
that's what's so great about it.